All right, everyone, we have Croix Bethune. Jason, go ahead.
Thanks, Sam. Croy, thanks for speaking with us. Congrats on the win, on the goal. I wanted to ask at first just about the goal itself, the sequence leading to it. Maybe walk us through what you saw.
Yeah, just an emphasis on, sorry, I'm a little sick, but just an emphasis on getting in the box. They mentioned that I need to get closer in the box and be able to get shots off. So a great ball in and Hatchie leaving it and just trying to get a little toe on it.
I wanted to ask about your role in the press, especially in the first half. It seemed like you dropping on James Turner and Rumi coming up on Meso is really causing them a lot of problems and a lot of passes that were going and ended up going to Bernal in the end. What did you see about making that work, making that pressing structure effective?
Yeah, we wanted to emphasize Rumi and I on their sixes since they didn't have a 10 that kind of left them with less options and they would either force the ball inside, like you said, to Rebe or hit it long to our center backs or Aubrey. So I feel like when we did our job, it made it hard for their center backs to play out and just gave the ball right back to us.
Thanks. I'll step to the back of the line here.
Luis, go ahead.
Hi, Luis Rodriguez from the La Línea. Hi, Croy. How do you feel about your first goal in this season?
It's great to get one in the back of the net. It might be an own goal, got a little toe on it, but we're still working, still getting back in the flow.
What do you think is the key for win the game tonight?
I think our defense helped us out a lot. Not just our defenders, I mean the whole team and how we defended. Like I mentioned to Jason earlier, Rumi and I being on their sixes, Rose dropping back, Monday dropping back. I think the whole team did very well at being one unit defensive wise.
Andre, go ahead.
Thanks, Sue. Thanks for speaking with us, Croy, and congrats on the goal. I checked, and so far it's still your goal, so that's good. Wanted to ask you about playing with Gift and Rose. Rose was really, she's kind of always on one when it comes to facing up defenders, and she was doing it again tonight. I know you have had a lot of more time with them in training than we've been able to see in games, but what are some of the characteristics from each of them that you're excited to kind of put together and blend into your game to get the best out of all three of you?
Yeah, I mean we all know that they have speed, so sending a ball over is easy for them to run onto if I'm playing them in behind. But like you said, 1v1s, they're killer. Monday had a little slip ball to me on a shot at right before I came off the field. So they're very versatile. It doesn't really matter how you get them the ball. They're able to make something shake.
And wanted to talk about you and just your fitness. You know, came in, started the game, played quite well. How are you feeling? How are you feeling in terms of integrated with the team and getting 90 minutes fit?
Yeah, I feel great. I feel like I'm kind of a natural in shape person, but just wanting to be sharper with execution and soccer and being on the ball.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Congrats on the goal and the win.
Thank you.
All right, we'll wrap up with Jason.
Croy, I think going back to the Fan Fest even, I think a recurring theme talking to you and the other players, talking to Jonah, was obviously the emphasis on playing well on the road, and now it's another road win. How is it getting through this game, kind of knowing that there would be that much more pressure applied as the game were on, having to drop your lines a little bit, and still coming up with the win and not even giving away that many chances.
Yeah, I feel like this is the best game we've had all season. What that's 5 wins on the road now. And we wanted to focus on that and we're executing it, which is great. This is a win that we needed coming off of what couple losses and a tie. So to come to Seattle and win, it's pretty big for us.
How's the vibe afterwards? We saw you and Hatchie getting sprayed with some water. But not just not just after a win, but after a win where you did have to buckle down and you really only gave away the one chance that they scored on. Does that maybe reflect the progression of what you worked on this week?
Yes, for sure. I think it does reflect. I feel like overall this is the best game that we've played offensively, but also defensively. I feel like if you look at the stats, they had maybe one corner, a couple of shots, and when you watch the game, you can see that the stats align with how well that we actually played.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much. Hope you feel better.
Thank you.
Thank you, Croy. Thank you, everyone. And to follow up on what Croy said about 5 wins on the road, that 5-0-0 record matches 2018 North Carolina for the best away start in league history. We'll be right back with Jonah and Hatchie.